Good afternoon, everybody. Can I start by welcoming Michel Barnier and his team to Downing Street, not for the first time, but to Downing Street, to start the next round of negotiations on our departure from the European Union. We've been having very constructive conversations today, as always. The next round will focus on a number of things. For us, I guess most saliently, the implementation period, a period in which we will try and give clarity to both governments and business. It'll be a time-limited period, and it will lead to us being outside the customs union and indeed the single market in the longer term. We are very keen that we continue to have an extremely good and close relationship, that that relationship be on economic and other grounds, and that it will continue in the long term. We have to, however, in the next few months, arrive at the immediate outcome, a political agreement on the implementation period. Our negotiating team is starting straight away, tomorrow certainly, on an intensive period of negotiation, and we are confident that we can get to that political agreement at the March Economic Council.
Let me recall that the UK government has decided the date of the UK withdrawal on the 29th of March 2019. It is its sovereign decision. Mrs. May has asked to benefit from the single market and from the customs union for a short period after this. The European Council has indicated its readiness to consider this request. The conditions are clear, very clear. Everyone has to play by the same rules during this transition. Let me add one point about this transition. The certainty about the transition will only come with the ratification of the withdrawal agreement. Number three, the future relationship, our future partnership between UK and EU. On that point, we need also clarity about the UK proposals for the future partnership. The only thing I can say, without a customs union and outside the single market, barriers to trade on goods and services are unavoidable. Time has come to make choice. Thank you.
Michel, give you time to think. The first thing to say is we have already published a great deal of information about our proposal in terms of what the customs arrangements will be, what the other arrangements will be with respect to being outside the Union. We've said in terms we want a comprehensive free trade agreement and with it a customs agreement. And to make that as frictionless as possible, to make as much trade that currently exists as free as possible, whilst still giving ourselves the opportunity to make free trade deals with the rest of the world, the fastest growing, where 90% of the rest of the growth will come, according to the numbers of the European Union itself. So that's perfectly clear what we want to do, and there's no doubt about it, as you said yourself. We're leaving the customs union, but we're aiming for a good future for Britain.
On the same subject, to be clear, the negotiations are for the moment only about the orderly withdrawal, and we have lots of work to do, and the transition, where we have also some point of discussion, negotiation, and perhaps a divergence. We will start the discussion about the future relationship after March, and for me, the base of the guidelines of the European Council in March. This also gives time to the UK to clarify its position for the future relationship. And to be frank, I will not give a running commentary on the domestic and internal debate in UK. We will wait on the other side for an official UK position of the government in the next few weeks.
Yep. Yep. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Wait a minute.
Excuse me, sorry. Can we excuse?